yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, step into the den where the stories ignite. Legends in the making, all the ones in the light. They walk through the fire, they've danced with the fight. Barely holding back, but their words take flight. Barely legends, yeah, we're breaking the scene. Raw truth, no fluff, every word is clean. From the top of the game to the ones unseen. Barely legends, where the dream gets me. Yeah, we got tales from the rise and the climb so steep. Bars of wisdom hidden in the secrets they keep. Mic in the hand, truth rolls so deep. Barely legends waking giants from sleep. Barely legends, yeah, we're breaking the scene. Raw truth, no fluff, every word is clean. From the top of the game to the ones unseen. Barely legends, where the dream gets me. Barely scratching the surface,
but I'm out in the Quad Cities now.
How far is that away? I'm from Las Vegas, so I don't even really know.
Just about an hour. It's just down 80 just a little bit, not too far.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
that's not bad.
No.
So what what do you know about the Titans?
So actually, when I was in high school, it was their first little era that I went to. So my dad worked at a car lot that was the sponsor for H&H Motors, and so we would go all the time. And then I know that they then turned into the River Kings for a little bit.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and then it went back to the Titans, which I'd been trying to check in around teams again now that I've been kind of getting a little bit more into this and kind of being able to get a hold of teams and stuff, and found out the Titans were back. I was like, oh, heck yeah. I loved the Titans. I hated when they switched to River Kings.
Well, me too. And so I was hired here 3 years ago, and the league bought my contract out and put me in Amarillo with an owner that was just younger and less experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And my first day, I think I got hired in February of last year, so almost a year. And my first day in June, I fired everybody and I changed the name back to the Titans.
Yeah.
And changed the logo, added some oof to it, and just the things that we're trying to do is a little bit different than what they were doing before. You know, the River Kings were terrible. The owner was terrible. Their GM was terrible. The players were terrible. And the product was just complete garbage.
Yeah.
So we're really, really, we have a really, really good following. We have great sponsors right now. All of our suites are sold already. We've sold hundreds of tickets already. So, we're trying. It's a little bit of some of the things the old owners did, but we'll be okay. We look good.
Are you guys playing in the what is it, the Powerhouse now or whatever it's called? Or are you guys going to?
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the Powerhouse. The Alliance. I'm from Las Vegas, like I said, so I always want to say the Allegiant Stadium, but it's Alliant Powerhouse.
Well, I still call it the U.S. Cell Center. So, from the when it was originally that. So.
Then somebody keeps saying it was the Four Seasons.
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm learning. It's nice. It's not as intimate as an arena as I would like it to be. Mm-hmm. So, but as long as our suites are sold, we should be okay with the fans. You know, that's how you interact.
Yeah.
So but so what do you want to talk about? No politics, no church.
No. I honestly just am. I wanted to get you on because I'm super excited. I love the fact that the Titans are coming back. Like you said there for a second, like it like the River Kings kind of coming in, and it just seemed like everything just fell apart for them, and it kind of all just went away. It seemed, and I'm being here in the Quad Cities. We have the steam wheelers here, so it's kind of cool to have that at least and get some of the players. But
what league are they in?
IFL.
That's right. Yep. That's right. Oh, I wonder if they play Las Vegas this year.
I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule yet. Because I know that when I talked to them, I know that they had a few games locked in, but I didn't have I hadn't seen the full schedule yet.
Yeah, that would be great if I could go. I don't think their schedule's out yet.
Yeah. Like when the Titans were there, I remember like, I mean, it's hard to fill the stadiums no matter what either way, but like they were pretty packed when I was growing like in high school and stuff. So what has it been
Hmm.
like so far, kind of building back some of that momentum of getting the Titans name back?
So our marketing strategy is a little bit different. We have to look at the demographics of what we're going for, and I'll ask you the same questions that I ask everybody else. Do you watch local TV?
Uh, when I
Like the
honestly,
local news,
yeah.
or do you stream? Do you watch local news or do you stream?
So I mean, I use like YouTube TV, but I will watch the local news on it.
Okay. So do you when you're driving, are you streaming or you listen to local radio?
Streaming.
Okay. So do you read the local newspaper?
No.
Okay. So if you don't do any of those, which local news, we all watch the weather early in the morning, but it's hardly any commercials. They just talk and talk and talk and
Right.
talk. So throughout the day, if we run a bunch of TV commercials or, it's hit or miss of being on the TV in the morning or whatever, and you don't read the local newspaper and you don't read or you don't stream the radio,
Hmm.
how do we get you? And forget social media because, some people are on social media, but not everybody,
Right.
So our marketing strategies, everything that we want to do, we want to try to get every demographic possible. But the best way to get people to know about what we're doing is good old fashioned footwork. Walk in. I have 24 players on a roster. I have 12 dance team members. I have 6 coaches. We should be in schools. We should be in churches. We should be at local events. We should be at car shows. We should be at breakdancing contests. We should be at kickball tournaments. Wherever we're there, we can hand out a pocket schedule. We can
Hmm.
hand out a flex ticket for people to come to our games. That's what we're trying to do. We we want to give fans the unlimited access to players because in the NFL, you go to a Bears game, you don't get access to those players unless
Right.
you spend hundreds and hundreds, maybe sometimes thousands of dollars,
Right.
and you get them for what, 30 seconds? That's not quality for me.
Yeah.
Um, we're trying to make the ultimate fan experience, and we're trying to make it to where it's family affordable. We've lowered ticket prices. We've taken care of the parking issues. There's a lot of things that we're trying to do to make it better. And the reason why we went with the Titans is because the Titans had a standing here. They did some amazing things. They were here for a long time.
Hmm.
They had, diehard fans, and that's what we want to go back. Me personally, I've watched those old videos and I've seen the Alliant Powerhouse, which is massive, packed full of people,
Yeah.
or when they played at the ice arena. Those are the times that we're trying to get back to. We're not trying to get it to where two people, a husband and wife, are paying $150 to go to an indoor football game.
Yeah.
That's not feasible.
Right.
Um, tickets for us are $10. $14 after the box office fees. Go to the box office and buy it. Don't go to Ticketmaster because they
Yeah.
just want their fees and fees and fees.
Right.
So we preach a lot of this stuff is that, hey, you want to save money. We want to have a great product. I'm from Las Vegas. I'm all about the show, and there just so happens to be a football game.
Yeah.
So um, the it's one of the best dance teams I've ever worked with. All the girls are super motivated. They're all, and actually they're all really, really nice. That's unusual for a group of girls, especially 12. Um, they're ready. I mean, they're doing videos. I see it all the time. I know they don't know that I see, or maybe that I don't pay attention, but they're doing a lot of good stuff in I almost said neighborhood, but they're doing a lot of stuff in the community.
Right.
Um, so it's just trying to bring the awareness. Me and my boss, we're out almost every single day, walking into businesses, handing out information. Oh, I didn't even. Who are the Titans? I didn't know the Titans existed. Okay, and the first question I asked, okay, where are you from? Oh, I'm born and raised here in Cedar Rapids. Okay, and you're in your 30s. Is what I'm thinking. If you've never heard of the Titans, never heard of the Titans, and the
Yeah.
Titans were here for over a decade. So, as a person, as myself, what were they doing wrong for people not to know they were
Right.
here? Right?
Right.
So, that's what I'm always thinking to myself. If I go to Chicago And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to the Bears." And I'm like, "Well, who are the Bears?" And well, where have you been living under a rock? They've been
Right.
around. Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. So sometimes it's good old fashioned footwork. I mean, but nobody ever went to River Kings games. They sold 600 tickets in the whole year.
Geez.
Nobody ever went.
Yeah.
The product was terrible. The play was terrible. The entertainment was terrible. It was all Bush League, and we don't operate as a Bush League. You know, we have
Yeah.
some great players coming in. Um, it's just, you know, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say I'm about 2% excited for the first game.
Yeah.
So
What has it been like? So that was like it's very cool to see like the like marketing behind it too. Like what is it like restarting with the roster stuff? Like you gotta because I'm sure that had to be pretty well turned over as well, where you kind of have to build from the bottom and kind of restart, even though you're kind of thrown right in the mix of it.
to be honest, football is easy. The football part's very easy. It's behind the scenes parts that's not. So me being the GM and the head coach,
Hmm.
I have a great staff. I'm in GM mode right now. I don't become a football coach until the week before training camp.
Okay.
That's my job. Yeah, I see some film. I look at some players, but I don't talk to them unless I really, and I don't mean that in an offensive way. I'm too busy building something special,
Yeah.
and I'm letting the coaches make the best decisions. We're like all best friends. We've
Yeah.
been together for so long. One of my guys, he used to play for me. He's my assistant head coach. We've been friends for eons, and I trust him. If I'm the head coach and I overrule everything that somebody does or says, what's the point of having a staff? There
Yeah.
is none.
Right.
So I let them do their job because they're letting me do my job. You know, I have a great great supporting staff. I can't on paper, this is the best group of players I've ever seen on one of my teams, and the staff surrounding me from the owner, which
Hmm.
has the same vision as I do. Finally, somebody that
Yeah.
shares the same ideas and the same passion that I do. Because sometimes owners are wrapped up into all they care about is money,
Right.
and they don't care about players. And I was a player, and I hated being lied to as a player. So why would I want to do it to somebody else?
Right.
I have a great I have a great assistant general manager. I have a great office staff people. It's just it's clicking,
Yeah.
and you know it's we had a team meeting last night, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at some of the players on defense. Like our shortest defensive back is 6'2.5".
Jeez.
Wait, what? The shortest. You know, our defensive ends are all 6'7", 6'8". Our entire running back field is all D1 players. They're
Yeah.
running backs. You know, we have Dalton James, we have CJ Leggett from Georgia Tech, we have Nigel Seeley from Bowling Green. I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, we have a great team coming in. And
Yeah.
mind you, some of these guys have played for us before. We've just added to the puzzle. So, and to answer your question, in February when I took the job, we've been recruiting.
Hmm.
We've been recruiting and we've been building, coming up with ideas. I remember sitting at home and drawing the new logos, drawing how the helmets were going to look, what colors we were going to use. And I, you know, I was talking to my little brother. I'm usually up at about 3 or 4 every day. And I was talking to my little brother this morning. He's like, "Why are you up?" And he's in Las Vegas. And I'm like, "Well, it's time for me to get up and start working." And he's like, "Are you ready for the season?" I said, "No, I'm ready for it to be over." And he's like, "Well, when's it start?" I said, "February." And I said, "Yeah, I'm ready for the season, but I'm ready for it to be over because we've been working on it almost a year."
Yeah.
And just that little bit of break is going to be nice. And as my owner Mike asked me yesterday when we were out, he's like, "Aren't you excited for the first game?" I said, "No." I said, "You'll see me when I get excited. When I walk into the post game party and I go, only 8 more to go."
Yeah.
That's when I get excited because nobody's seeing the the working parts.
Right.
They just show up to the games, you know.
Yeah.
I told my coaches, you know, a couple of them in particular. I said, "Look, come game day, after we all get in a group, the dance team, all the office staff, our DJs, everybody's in the office group or in a group. We pray, I talk, and I give everybody a hug. And I told the coaches, I said, a couple of you guys are going to get a little bit bigger hugs this year for the first game, because you were there here now with me,
Right.
seeing what I'm going through with the 8 or 9 meetings a day, numerous phone calls, numerous emails, and it's just like, you know, this is not a part-time job for me. I moved here. I
Yeah.
gave up my life to come here.
Right.
So, I love it here. Being here now, it's super great. I'm just blessed to be here.
Yeah. You mentioned recruiting a little bit. How do you balance that? Like, because I mean, you're trying to find the players you want, and you need to fit the puzzle, like you said. While also like you as the GM also like what your overall puzzle looks like. How do you sell that to players? Because you're kind of in an interesting situation with the arena football leagues, right? Where you kind of have to like recruit players to extend their career as well as um kinda make sure that they're the players that you want. So how do you do that?
So there's quite a you have the IFL, you have the NAL, you have the AIF, you have all of these different leagues, and you have all
Mhm.
these different teams. And the thing about it is, the IFL's great. It costs a lot of money to get in, and there's a thing that they call tier one, tier two, tier three. Okay, tier one is the IFL, and then everybody else is below tier two, tier three. I don't believe in that. I don't
Mhm.
believe in that philosophy at all, because I was in Amarillo 2 years ago, and at the end of our season, all my players went to the IFL. So, and they were only playing for $200 a game, 250, and some of them were starting quarterbacks in that league, or some of them went to the AFL or wherever they went. Well, if we're a tier three or a tier two team, why are all these other leagues trying to get my players?
Yeah.
We had 4 guys go back to the NFL by week 4 from my team in Amarillo. We give them the platform. This is what I tell my guys. As a former player, and as a man, I would never lie to a player. Number one, if you lie to a player, you lose the locker room,
Right.
especially when they all find out, right? Okay, you lose the locker room, you lose the respect, and it only takes one person to say something on Facebook. Oh, Coach Rick did this, and then you have 9 million people in the world accusing me of something that really didn't possibly happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell all my players all the time that I'll never lie to you. This is what we're going to offer you. We're going to give you a professional platform to help you get back to the next level, or get to the next level. I'm going to house you. So we have housing for 20 players here. We only have 24-man roster. Okay. We have a couple local guys already. So it's going to work out perfect. When I go to a meeting, sponsors are like, well, how can you guarantee a good product on the field? We house all of our players, we recruit them, because you can have as many local tryouts as you want, but you only might find 2 or 3 guys that are worth the nickel, right?
Right.
So I can't make people go to a tryout. So we tell all of our players, look, we're going to house you, we're going to feed you. I have nine food sponsors. So, like on a Monday night, we'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings and eat. Tuesday night we go to Aroma Pizza. Wednesday night we go to oh uh, Tommy's, or Back 40 Barbecue, whatever we have going on, and we hold those as meet and greets. So we're gonna feed them, we're gonna house them, you're gonna have insurance, and you're gonna have the best chiropractors, you're gonna have the best dentist, you're gonna have the best vision, you're gonna have the best ortho. For the simple fact that there's nothing worse than you have a player here, a child, a young man, okay, that are old enough to be my kid, so I call him
Mhm.
a child,
Mhm.
or my child, and they have a toothache. They have a tooth knocked out in practice. It's okay. Calm down. Pick it up. Whatever you need to do. Let's take you to the dentist, and we're for free for you.
Yeah.
We're going to record all practices. We're going to record all of the games. We're going to give you the best possible situation to get where you're trying to go. I had this exact conversation in the team meeting last night. When a player sends me a picture, hey guys, if I haven't posted if we haven't posted you on social media yet, please send me some pictures, give me some bio. There's nothing worse than getting a picture of a player and he's in the gym. He's got sunglasses on. He's like this, or he's holding a sword with a pacifier in his mouth. As I try to tell them, which happens, I know you're laughing, which happens. And then I tell them, you're a representation of me, the city, and this team. How can I represent you and knowingly put you out into the world looking like that as a fool when you're trying to be a professional football player?
Right.
And I talked to them. I had real talks with them, and I had a lot of guys. Hey, sorry, coach, if I was unprofessional, and it's okay. I get it, but these are the lessons that young men need to know. Like, hey, when you send a video to a coach, you could be the best player I've seen since sliced bread. But when your song of choice in your highlight reel or your game video has nothing but curse words in it, I'm turning it off and I'm going to the next person.
Yeah.
How can I send that to a NFL team or a CFL team or anything like that? Much less if you're on Facebook doing all these, you know, wannabe gangster things or flipping people off or saying derogatory. You're not the type of person I want on my team.
Right.
So we tell them this is what you're expected. This is what we want you to do. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. But we're going to give you everything, all the tools to be successful to help you where you're trying to go.
Right.
So the recruiting, how, to answer your question, there's so much that goes into that because football's easy. I want a wow player. And a
Right.
wow player to me is I want him to be wow on the football field, but I want him to be more wow in public off the field. I want him to be able to walk into a restaurant and a group of guys or girls goes over there and talks to him because he's in Titan gear or whatever. They recognize him, whatever it is. And when they leave, I want them to be so impressed on who they just talked to that we automatically gain another 2 or 3 fans because of how he was in public.
Right.
So that's we look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we like all of our players to have passports. We do background checks, we do drug tests. I like passports. Number one, so they're passport ready to go wherever. Number two, they're not a felon. And number three, they don't owe child support. If you owe child support or the other ones, you're out. So there's a lot that goes into that. So I guess it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. How do you in like the short time you have with some of the players before you actually get them in, how do you kind of negotiate that line with some of the players where you're trying to figure out if they're a piece that like you said, it's a wow person even off the field?
So we have they've already been in team meetings. So everything is a process. Okay. So they already have their O line and D line meetings. They already have their defensive meetings. They
Mhm.
already have their offense meetings. Offense is a little bit more complicated than defense, right? So what we look at as coaches or in my position is who's on the meetings, how often are you on the meetings, do you participate, and are you putting in the effort? Okay. So everybody knows what they're supposed to do when they get here. So we have camp at the end of January,
Mhm.
and it's for 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll cut down Sunday. They'll know who's on the team, and then Monday morning we'll move them all into their housing. We'll go out to team dinner and celebrate, and then from 13 days from that day we have our first game. So we have about 8 practices together before our first game. But the football part is easy. Remember, these guys have been playing college or pro ball
Right.
since, I mean, it's not. We do the interviews during camp. We talk to them. You know, I'm a real person. If your film is not the person that I see in person, I'll just walk up to you. Your film was not you. You need to go home
Yeah.
because your film was great, but you in person are terrible. That's our job. I mean, we not me, not we. a staff, my coaches have put together a good, solid group of guys. They all participate. They're all on the meeting calls. We have a lot of vets coming in that were with us prior, so they already know what to expect.
Mhm.
Hold each other accountable for what you're doing. So I don't try to be on those calls very long because sometimes they're on those calls for 4 hours. I don't have 4 hours in the day,
Yeah.
So I see them talking to each other. I see every where I'm in all the groups, the team, defense, offense, O-line, D-line, I'm in all the groups, but I can go on there and I can look and say, oh, they're participating. 60 guys were on the phone call. Who is the one that wasn't there? Um, we want it to be like a family. We want these guys to talk. We want them to associate with each other because they're going to be stuck with each other for 3 months.
Mhm.
I told him last night. I said, in a couple of months, you guys are going to know me as a person. You only see me on the video. I don't really talk to you guys that much. You're going to know my personality. You're going to know what's going to make me mad. You're going to know if I'm upset with you. You're going to know what's going on, but I'm going to communicate with you. You and I should be able to sit down and have an adult conversation without me hurting your feelings and you running your mouth on Facebook or anything
Right.
like that. So, I have a really good feeling about this group of guys. I really do.
Very cool. So when you're on that, like, say, like the last couple bubble players of like that roster, are you tending to lean more towards the guy that you know, puts a shining light on being a Titan, or are you kind of leaning more towards talent? If you've got say you've got like a just a 5-star athlete that, I'm not saying he's just just an a-hole by any means, but like, he doesn't necessarily, he's not going to show the name that you want on the Titans brand as much, or you got like a 3-star guy and he every room he walks in, like people want to be Titans fans because of him.
That's actually a really good question. Those are conversations that has coaches all the time. We've all been doing it a really long time, and it's usually a character thing.
Mhm.
How's this character match? Um, is he going to be a problem? Everybody that we get ready to sign, we check out their social media. We want to know what we're trying to get ourselves into.
Right.
Um, Now, obviously, social media, background checks, talking on video, talking on the phone doesn't bring out all skeletons,
Right.
right? So it's usually a tough decision because you might have, and we've kept people that were the 3-star, and talent outweighs being nice a lot more.
Yeah.
So we've had to eat the bullet a couple of times and say, hey, look, we love him to death. We hate to see him go, but we need somebody that's going to be a little bit more productive. So
Right.
it's kind of a, I don't know, it's a difficult one, but
Yeah.
usually the guys that we're all bringing are guys that we're going to want. But if there's something in the interview process or, um, I don't know, that's a good question. That's a TBA to be determined.
Yeah.
But thing like, hey, well, what do you think? And they're going to look at me and I don't know they're going to tell
Yeah.
me what they think. But
What's
I'm the final choice, and I'm like, well, let me sleep on it.
yeah.
Let me go walk around the block. Something like that. Let me call his mom. Let me talk to his dad. Let me find out. Let me talk to his girlfriend.
Mhm.
And we do because what I like to do is when we get our 24-man roster, I don't like to send them home. I
Yeah.
like to keep them because indoor football, arena football, whatever you want to call it, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Right.
So you want that momentum. You want that momentum. In Amarillo, we won one, we dropped two. We'd win one, we'd drop another one. And then towards the end of the year, we won our last 4 games straight. And it's all about building that momentum, getting up into the playoffs.
Mhm.
So that's a good question. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've gone through it. But yeah, it's kind of a to be determined type of thing
Yeah.
that day when it comes down to it. I think.
Yeah. Well, it's cool to like see like even your thought process right now of like um it means so much to you to have that brand be such a big thing and people want to be a part of this team that like you are like it kind of depends on what the 5-star like he may have a like not like I said, not an a-hole by any means, but at the same time, it depends on what ways he's kind of a good guy and not a good guy. Like so it's very cool to see your even just right there kind of your thought process of like it's tough in that situation of like you want to balance
Right.
the really good player compared to can he show that the Titans are worth coming to see and you wanna be a fan of him, or you want your like, I've got a 4-year-old son, like, I want him to come to and be a fan of that player, because that's some of the biggest parts of this game, right, is, like, getting those young fans to
Right.
be such a big fan 'cause, I know if my 4-year-old son annoys the crap out of me enough, I'll take him to a game, and if he's, uh
Right.
like, if he's so excited to go, like, that makes me more excited too because obviously I just love football in general, but, it just is a very cool thing. I have one more question before, um, we run out of time, is, I would just love to hear, like, what your goals are to bring, the Titans back, bring, the kind of indoor football or arena football or whatever, like you said, kind of whatever you wanna categorize it as, because I know that's sometimes a tough thing to like if you say indoor football, immediately people think IFL or whatever. But what are some of your goals for bringing the football game to the Cedar Rapids area, and how to grow your fandom?
Um, it starts with it honestly it starts with me and it starts with my owner. Okay. The boss. I don't know. Am I the boss? I
Mhm,
don't know. Either one of us is the boss. Um Starts with community, it starts with family, and it starts with just being real and being honest about what we're trying to do.
mhm,
We're we're putting a good product on the field. Me being in the GM position and cleaning up the messes that I've had to clean up. I said it. I said it last night in the team meeting. This is the hardest I've ever had to work on of a team because of somebody else's stupidity and dishonesty and just not being a good person in the community.
yeah,
That's not what I stand for. I moved here. I gave up my entire life, my family, my family, my brothers, my daughter, my dad, and to move here. And people, well, how long you staying? Well, I'm here. I'm on a long term deal, and I love it here.
yeah,
I don't want to move again. And I've had people try to lure me away even in the last couple of days to go somewhere else, and I'm like, no, like this is. I have set these sponsors that I've sat in and fans. I've sat in their houses. I've sat in their office chairs. I've sat outside talking to them. I've given them hugs. I've gone and volunteered for some of them. That's important to me. And that first game, like I said, it's going to be a little bit tougher for me, a little bit more emotionally because I've sat there and I've worked so hard.
yeah,
And the amount of sponsors that we have and the amount of what's the word I'm looking for? The amount of well, the looks that I've got, like, hey, can we trust you type of thing. There's a lot of trust that goes into it, especially when you go into a sponsors or
mhm,
you go into any type of meeting. But the goal is to be here longevity, to build something that these people are saying, oh my God, the Titans play this week. I cannot wait to go.
yeah,
I cannot wait to be a part of something, everything that we have going on. It's getting bigger when I'm out. I could be in the store and somebody's, oh my God, I hope we have a good quarterback this year. And I'll shoot the poop with them for a little bit and talk
yeah,
to them, or they'll stop me in the airport. Or we did a haunted house at the Lindale Mall, and we wound up actually having a lot of people come up to us saying, "Hey, we're so excited that you guys are back." And I pulled two sponsors out of that from working a haunted house
yeah,
and walking kids through the haunted house. Those are the things that matter to me.
yeah,
It's not anything else. I love the game of football, but doing what we say we're going to do, being here next year and the year after that, and just people being proud of it. They have the Rough Riders here. They've been here forever.
yeah,
Why can't football be here? This
yeah,
is a football town. So we need to figure out what everybody else was doing wrong. Back to your conversation earlier, like somebody in their 30s not knowing we ever had the Titans here. Well,
yeah,
what were the other people doing wrong? you know? The more and more that people see, hey, they're doing it the right way, they're going to come.
Yeah.
So, what was the name? Field of Dreams. If you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's right down the road too.
Yeah.
So I have the staff, I have the owner, I have myself, I have the players. Now we just need to get the community, the fans on board with what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And once they come, I think they're going to realize like, hey, this is the real deal, and they've done it the right way,
Yeah.
and that's what's important to me.
Yeah.
The longevity.
It's very cool to see, like, it almost feels like you put so much into it and people are seeing that, and like that's why they're like so like your sponsors or any of that, even like you said the two that you got at the haunted house, it's like you're talking so passionately about it. It's like, okay, I think we can trust this guy because like he's living it. He feels so passionate about it and he gets very emotional about like just wanting to do this and build this the right way. So it's very cool to like hear all of that. The last question I had for you is you're coming from Las Vegas
Sure.
to Iowa, the Cedar Rapids area. Um, what have been the biggest changes for you?
Oh well, the perks. Let's start. There's the changes. I've lived all over the world, so the
Yeah.
weather doesn't bother me. But let's start. Um, you have no traffic here. There's
Yep.
zero traffic. Um, the weather's great. It's not 185 degrees out. Okay. Nobody's trying to steal my car while I'm in it, and nobody's trying to steal my dog when I'm at the dog park.
Yeah.
And the people here are, they're really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like they're, I've learned Iowa nice, but they're really, really nice here.
Yeah.
I do have to say that the food's great. The restaurants are great. People complain all the time. Oh, well, there's nothing to do. Well, there's plenty to do.
Yeah.
You know, as people complain, oh, we don't have a mall. Well, how often do you really go to the mall
Yeah.
anyway? Just shop online.
Yeah. Nobody
But
does
there's
anymore.
right, right. So I just, I guess I've fallen in love with it even more in the last, 8 months because now I have a family here.
Yeah.
You know, like the sponsors. I've got coaches here. I've got friends here. I just I call them family. They're not
Yeah.
really family. They're not blood, but my coaches, they're all
Yeah.
family to me. The
Yeah.
sponsors, when I leave and they give me a hug and say thank you so much for everything that you're doing, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That really, and those were some people that just didn't want to be back on board and they took their chances on me.
Well, like I was saying, it kind of cut off in the middle of what you were saying there of how like you just kind of enjoyed the area, but I did want to point out too, like, do you enjoy the crunchberry smell every now and then for the whole Cedar Rapids area?
Sometimes I've always smelt that one time. Now the soy, yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's ugh. I live pretty close to that, and it's pretty bad
Yeah.
early in the morning.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's I've had people ask me, oh, is the culture? Nah, it's okay. I'm not working in the weather.
Yeah.
I walk I walk down the stairs to my truck that's nice and heated, and then you know it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody talks up. I mean, honestly, there's only like usually a full week of maybe some like really bad weather, and that's about it. Like, it doesn't. You can get over it pretty quickly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. It doesn't bother me very much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and like you said, the traffic. I mean, we call traffic bad every now and then, but after traveling places and stuff, it's like this is nothing. This is.
Yeah, this is great. This
Yeah.
is great.
It's like you can get pretty much
Are
anywhere.
you gonna Are you gonna come down for a game?
I hope to because I am super excited that the Titans. Rick, I want to thank you so much for being on. I would love to have you on again at some point too, either postseason or during the season, and kind of get a like recap of what's going on, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, absolutely.